So I'm outside running right now. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna talk with Dane. I'm gonna figure out genuinely what is the best pair of running shoes. Good to see you, brother.
Good.
All right, so I'm with Dane.
What's up, y'all?
What are we doing, man?
So we got a lot of shoes, okay? So what we're gonna do is, there is no perfect running shoe or the best running shoe. There's only the best running shoe for you. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a little chat, figure out what you're training for, but then I'm gonna take you over to my fancy machine over there. We're gonna scan your feet.
Cool.
Everyone has a different foot, has a different shape, different size. So we're gonna get that going first.
Okay.
And then we're gonna see like what you're training for, and I mean, we're gonna try on some cool shoes. Step foot and
So can I take them off? Yeah, right.
yeah, take them off right there. There we go. So we're scanning. You're stepping on all these tiny little sensors. We're doing pressure mapping. There's over 16 cameras in here taking photos of your foot. Dope. Okay, how about that?
My toes look. Why do I have webbed feet?
And now that's normal. That's normal. That's just pressure. We're really just looking over here. When I do it, I have no pinkies. It's a whole thing.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. So this looks great. Everything actually looks very normal, and we're just looking at arches. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna watch you walk. In order to get you in the proper shoe, we have to see what you look like through a full gait cycle. Come on over here.
Perfect.
Well, I'm gonna have you walk that direction about 10 steps, and then turn around and walk back towards me.
6, 7.
Yep, and then come on back.
10. Okay.
Was that 10? I wasn't counting. I just say that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Sweet. So what I'm looking at is I'm looking at your ankles. I'm looking where you're striking, and I'm seeing what your ankles do.
This is crazy. I have never done anything like this before, so I've always just thought like, oh, let's just get this pair of shoes because it feels okay and let's just go for it. But it's cool to like get the science and like the part of it. Jackie on the BTS, man, look at him
Yes,
go.
sir. That's me.
ripped
Let's
and
go.
Give me some nugs.
I am gonna have you step on this though. This will be kind of cool too. This is another way we get size.
Okay.
You wanna come over here? This is just another way to get size and pressure mapping. So just stand on there, and we're gonna stand just about 30 seconds, and you're gonna
Just like this, right?
Yep, just like that.
Okay.
And then what we're looking at here, obviously we're gonna be able to see your arches and all that stuff. This is all by heat, so it's gonna change colors. What size shoe do you typically wear?
So like everyday shoes, size 13, but
Yep.
I've went up to size 14 for
Yep.
running shoes.
Yep.
And like playing basketball, I go up to size 14.
Yeah,
So
running shoes, the way they fit, we just say that they run small. In
Okay.
reality, what it is you're gonna make sure your heel's in the right spot, your arch is lined up with the shoe, and then most importantly, you need a thumbnail's length from the end of your toe to the end of the shoe.
okay.
So you always wanna be able to wiggle those toes.
Okay, because your
Yeah.
feet, do your feet expand
They
a
swell
little bit?
just a little.
Yes. Okay.
And so if
Cool.
you've ever had a blister or
Which I
black
have.
toenail,
Yep. Yeah, I have both.
typically is caused from a wrong fitting shoe or something that's a little bit too small.
Okay.
So what I'm looking at here, right? So your foot measures, this looks like your larger foot.
Yep.
You're measured right at 12 and a half.
Interesting.
Right? So we would
Okay.
go right to a 13, but with that running shoe, we need that thumbnail's length. So 14.
So 14's on the
Is
money.
probably, 13
Okay.
and a half would probably be the most perfect shoe size.
Oh,
They don't
okay.
make 13 and a half.
Oh, they don't?
They don't. So,
Wow.
So what we do is we find that sweet spot between a size 13 and a 14.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring out the first two shoes I bring out is gonna be a 13 and a 14.
Cool.
And knowing with size is the size isn't necessarily universal. So let's say you get
Okay.
a size 14 Brooks and a size 14 Nike. It might fit different. You always gotta try the shoes on.
Okay.
All right,
Amazing.
hop on off. Let's look at these pretty feet. See
Oh,
that?
Wow.
So pretty cool, right? So you kind of see your arches,
That's so
obviously
cool.
a little bit different here.
Okay.
But we got the sizing down.
Wow.
And our Albert machine essentially did the same thing, but that happens right here.
In real time, it's like magic, dude. It's so cool.
Actually, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you do what we do, the balance test, okay? So what you're gonna do, you're just gonna stand on one foot,
Okay.
and then you're gonna bend your knee down, just like that. Perfect. Now do that to the other side.
Okay.
Okay. So what we're looking for there is, this is your body with a weight-bearing load on, right? So we want to see what your ankles are doing.
Okay.
Are they staying neutral? Are they collapsing? And that's going to yield two different types of shoes. This is for a neutral foot.
Neutral foot.
This is for someone who has a little bit of a flatter foot or pronates in. Pronation is when we go to the inside a little bit. So in order to prevent a ton of rotation and overuse injuries, we put you in something with a little bit of support built on the inside. So think of like arch support.
To help counteract that pronation?
Just a little bit, not even necessarily counteract or correct, but just kind of give you a little bit of guidance while you're running. Most injuries from running come from overuse. Okay, it's the same thing over and over, 1,000 steps a mile, times how many miles you're doing.
Right.
So same thing over and over, right? So we want to make sure, and that's why getting you in the proper footwear is the most important. It's the first point of contact with the ground in your body.
Right.
If you're in the wrong footwear, it's going to throw a series of events up the chain of motion, right?
Yeah.
So ankles, knees, hips, low back. So good shoes isn't the end all, fix all.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But it definitely helps. So
Okay.
if you're in the wrong shoe, you can have so many different issues. Now, even if you're in the right shoe, you could be overtraining, you could be doing other things and still have some issues and things like that. But
Okay.
getting the right shoe fixes a lot of things.
Okay.
So, and that's what we're doing. So you had a neutral foot type. There's not a ton of rotation. So if I was to put you in, this is the shoe I'd recommend, something in the neutral category. So
Cool.
half of these are going to be in the neutral, the other half are going to be stability.
Okay.
So, and that's why it's so important to come in and get fit. We don't want you just to come in and go, oh, this shoe looks cool, let me try it on. It might not be recommended for your foot type.
Got you.
So,
Got you.
so
Okay.
that's why we do all that. So if I were to put you in this shoe, it would be okay, but it wouldn't be the best fit. So this is for someone who has a little bit of a flatter foot or somebody who rotates in.
Got you.
So
okay.
this is out,
Okay.
but this style is in. Tell me a little bit about what you're training for. What you got coming up? How many days a week?
Continuing to run long distance, like the half marathon
Perfect.
distance. I want to keep leaning into that and keep
Yeah.
improving on my time and like keep working towards that.
Okay.
I think I want to do speed training. I want to be able to do the correct runs to benefit me for those longer distances. But I think like long term, the full marathon is like what I am most pumped on.
Yeah, and I know you had a pair of Ons before. I know you had a pair of Sauconys before. So we're just gonna start there.
Okay.
But I'm gonna bring out multiple shoes for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring out size 13, size 14, all neutral, all recommended for you. And then we're just gonna try some shoes on, and I want you to lace them up, take them outside, go for a spin.
Okay.
See what you think.
Okay. Dude.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm
All right.
pumped. Sounds great.
All right, so we have all the shoes in the stock room. We got men's over here, women's over here. We're gonna go to the men's section, and this shelf here, front and back, is all neutral. So
Cool.
I'm gonna start pulling some stuff and see
Okay.
what you think. So I know you had Ons before, so we're gonna grab one on. We're gonna start with this 13 Cloud Monster.
Okay.
So this is gonna be a good shoe. Ooh, this Brooks would be really good too. So we're gonna try this on. So let's just grab two shoes.
Okay.
We're gonna try them on for size, see what you think, see what you like, and we're gonna kind of go from there. So this is the On Cloud Monster 2.
Okay.
So this is a cushioned neutral shoe, okay? Doesn't have that arch support. There is a common misconception where I need arch support. I need the most arch support, the most supportive shoe. That's not always the case. That's kind of an overused term. That's why it's so important to get fit
Right.
and figure out what we're looking for, okay?
Okay. Wow.
And-
I mean, already
Yeah.
they feel so comfortable.
Yep. So lace them up, and the best thing to do is to lace them up and then take them for a spin.
Okay.
So either walk around here, do jumping jacks, do some squats, do some
Okay.
jogs, or take them outside on the sidewalk and do a little jog.
Is there a specific way to lace up running shoes, or do I just go as you always do?
No, this is good. So what I recommend is snug, not tight. If I'm able to do this and get my finger under there,
Okay.
that's okay. Crank it down really tight. Let's like really, really tight, right? Let's say if I can't like get underneath there, that's probably a little too tight. Because remember, your foot's gonna swell a little bit.
Got you. Okay.
So you always
That's
want,
helpful.
you don't want to slip and slide in the shoe, but you do want to kind of feel secure.
Okay. Okay.
So just kind of find
That
that,
feels
sweet
good.
spot. Yeah, and see, that's good. I think
Okay.
that's good, like that.
Okay.
All right, so stand up. Now what we're gonna do. All right, width is good.
Okay.
So this is a size 13. We're gonna try a 14. So
Okay.
we're a little close, but you're
Okay.
not slammed in there. And it's kind of finding that sweet spot of just big enough to allow for that swelling,
Okay.
but also snug enough to feel secure. Absolute best shoe is the one that feels like you're not really wearing one.
Exactly.
And that's
you
silly.
like forget you're wearing them.
Because when you're out there running, you don't want to worry about your feet or your knees or something hurting. You want to focus on nature. You want to
Right.
enjoy the sun. You want to enjoy the wind and just enjoy running and
Exactly.
mental clarity and enjoying nature.
Yeah, I mean, already they feel so good. Like it feels like I'm not going to be thinking about, oh my
See,
God,
that's
these running
perfect.
shoes, they're making me feel negatively or like they're
Yeah.
not feeling good. But yeah, already, dude, there's support there in the arch, but it's not like it's like pushing against to the point where it's like every step felt like uncomfortable in those. But these feel, I mean, these feel great.
Let's say you like that shoe, but it feels too cushion.
Okay.
You want something lower, so I bring out a different model. Let's say you like it, but you're like, I want more cushion. I want to feel like I'm on a trampoline.
Yeah.
Then we go to a different model that's even higher cushion.
Got you.
So we can kind of really customize and based on any kind of feedback.
Okay. Okay.
But based on what you're training for, I know your shoe history, what you've been in, like this is like right in line.
Yeah.
With that, it's just time to kind of re-up and get you a fresh pair of kicks. But let's just try on the 14, okay? So that way you can at least feel the difference in sizing.
And these are considered everyday trainers. Like these are the pair I put on every morning to go and do a 5-mile run, an 8-mile run, 10-mile run, like put 300 miles or something on it. Is that about right?
Yeah, the durability of the shoes, they're gonna range anywhere from some of the tempo shoes in the 200-mile range, all the way up to something like this, which is an everyday trainer, 300-400 miles. Some people get a little bit more, some people get a little bit less.
Okay.
Just depends on so many factors, but how efficient you are and things like that. What happens to a shoe when it's considered dead or you hit that mileage? So what happens is every day that you run, the foam compresses down.
Okay.
Which isn't a big deal. You run, it compresses down, you take it off, you put it in your closet, it kind of plumps back up. Well, eventually it compresses so much, it never plumps back up.
Oh,
so that's where you go for a run and you're like, man, something felt funny.
Yeah,
my ankle felt a little funny, my back kind of hurt. I just kind of felt like I was bottoming out. That's a telltale sign your shoe is compressed and needs to be replaced. It's very difficult to tell that visually because it might look good here or it might be bald, but it's all about feel and the foam.
How important is it that you have to switch out a pair of shoes every day while you're running?
Rotation is very, very important. You don't have to, but if you have 2 pairs of shoes in your rotation, that's the best to do.
Okay.
And then you have a pair of shoes for like long, slow runs, and then maybe short, quicker runs. So something like this is their Zoom X foam. And it's just gonna be a little bit poppier, feel a little bit faster. Something like this, like the Hoka Bondi, is gonna be like your everyday training shoe. I compare this to like a Jeep.
Cool.
It's the workhorse.
Okay.
You're gonna put it on, it's reliable, day after day, you're gonna beat it up, it's gonna be there. Something like this, you're gonna reserve for specific workouts. So I'm gonna grab some more shoes, walk around, run around. I'm gonna grab some more shoes.
Cool.
This party's just getting started.
The size 14 feels good. I feel like having a little bit of room in the shoe is nice. Big shout out to Jackie. Link below his stuff. Find him on Instagram. Thanks, dude. Yeah, these feel good. It's hard to make a decision, I feel like, a little bit.
So there's a couple things depending on what route you want to go.
Okay.
I don't have a ton of 14s in stock.
Okay.
It's on the bigger size.
It is, for sure.
Of that. But I got plenty for you to try on.
Okay.
Also, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna try a step down in cushion from this shoe.
Okay.
So there's another On model, since you like the way it feels, arch fits right, heel feels good, everything feels good. Let's just try a different model from On, that way you can compare the two models.
Okay. Sounds great.
So this is the new Surfer 2 from On. I don't know where I learned this, but I've been doing it since high school. I just tuck that lace right under there. You don't have to worry about it. It's not going anywhere. Won't come untied. Doesn't flip or flop. If it's raining, it's not going to be sloshing in the water.
It's a pro tip right there.
My goal is to get you in the perfect shoe. And if I don't do that, I'm not happy.
Exactly.
And then you're not happy.
And then no one's happy.
We're going to be happy together.
Yeah, I love it.
This is the Brooks Glycerin. Okay, so this is going to be Brooks high cushion neutral shoe. Has their DNA Tune foam. Everyone has a different foam. Every company has a foam.
Interesting.
That they focus on, that they like, and one foam's not better than the other one. It's just preference again.
Wow, I mean, already there's so much like padding.
This is the 22nd edition of this shoe.
Is it really?
Meaning it's been around 22 years.
Oh my gosh.
All right, stand on up, let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one is a size 13. We'd probably go up to a 14 in this one.
Okay.
But walk around in that, let me know what you think. Oh, yes. We're gonna try the Hoka On next.
It feels squishier than this one. Like I said, I don't know all the right verbiage.
So what we're gonna do, this is the Asics Nimbus.
Okay.
This is actually in their Track Club edition, which is like a cool retro It just looks like an old school retro Asics.
Okay.
But this is their new Nimbus 27, cushion neutral, plenty of cushion, but try that on. See what you think. Yeah.
Amazing. Oh,
Oh, we also have a Hoka
Dang.
for you to try on. If it feels like you need to break it in, that is not the shoe for you.
okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
So there's technically with running shoes, there's no break-in period, meaning it should feel natural right out of the box. And
Okay.
then what happens, you get a couple miles into it, then it's gonna actually break in, your foot's gonna settle, it's gonna feel even better.
Interesting.
But if you have that
Okay.
thought, you're like, I like this shoe, but I hope this one part breaks in the arch.
It's not the right shoe.
No, don't
It's
get
not
it.
like you hope that
Correct.
it'll work out as you keep running
Correct.
on it. That's
you
not a
want
good
it to
idea.
feel amazing right now, because
Okay.
when it does actually break in and you get miles on it, it's gonna feel even better. So now all you're gonna do, you're literally gonna run that way.
Okay.
I don't know, halfway to the bridge, to the cones, turn around. Don't look down.
Don't look down.
Just jogging, enjoying life.
Enjoying
Seeing
life.
what feels, see what feels best on your foot.
Here we go. Okay. Wow.
Looks good.
Yeah, I feel good. I think like this is probably what I would like immediately lean towards. But this one, I like how like protected and tight and cushioned my foot feels.
Yeah.
So it's like this feels a little bit looser and a little bit squishier.
Yeah.
This feels like it wraps around my, like hugs my
Yeah,
foot better. Dude, this is fun, man.
This is the new Bondi 9. This is their legacy shoe. It's been around for a little while now.
Okay. Are these 14s?
These are 14s.
Okay, interesting.
So, and you can see this 14 might be way too big on you, right? So that's why it's always important to try the shoe on. But we'll
Right.
see. So lace them up.
Okay. They feel like huge marshmallows on my feet, to be honest. But I'm into it. Okay, these are cool. Looking at them like this, it looks like, this looks crazy to me, like the amount of
Yes.
padding.
So let me show you this. You're actually not sitting up right here. You're sitting down in the foam, almost like a
Interesting.
bucket seat.
Okay.
So even though you're a little higher up,
Yeah.
it's actually stable.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a wider last shoe, but you're sitting down in the foam, not
Okay.
on the foam.
These are the Hokas. Crazy padding, like so much padding. I'm not used to that, but I'm gonna give them a rip. Here we go. Dude, I like these. I like these a lot. They're so padded. They're like so comfortable. This definitely feels like heavier and like dense, but I feel like my joints are celebrating
Yeah.
because they feel so cushioned and like
Yeah.
taken care of.
What do you want to experience? It's all fun.
I think
It's
I
all
want
it's really about is fun.
It is.
We want to have fun. If you're not having fun, what are we doing?
You gotta have fun. You gotta have fun. Exactly.
So-
I want to lean into the Hoka
Okay.
world and try it out and really train on them, and
Yeah.
like then I'll have more insight on
course.
how I feel. But
Yeah.
let's lean into Hokas.
Yeah,
Dude.
let's do it. Episode 2 coming soon.
Yeah.
Socks.
There you go. Episode 2, socks.
But we'll talk socks too and all
Okay.
that. And there's so many socks.
Yeah.
So many socks.
Dude.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for your time, man.
This is sweet.
Honestly,
let
legit.
me get this order in.
Okay, I'm learning so much. Dane is the man. I'm gonna be rocking the Hokas for a little while. See how it feels. Go from there, but thanks for watching.